evening. Welcome to the Andromeda initiative. I'll be your med tech today. My name is Yvette, and I'm going to take some of your preliminary health vitals, just do some documentation to make sure that you are in good physical and psychological condition to make the trip to the Andromeda galaxy. Well, the main intent of this exam is just to cross-reference our records and to make sure that you're in good physical health for the cryostasis, which will be a 600-year cryo-freezing. And we want to make sure that your body is able to withstand that, as well as also wake up in optimal health. Fantastic. What made you want to join the initiative? You're a botanist. Beautiful. We're going to need more botanists once we're able to cultivate fruits and vegetables on other planets. Fantastic. Yeah, since the arrival of the Reapers, there's a few resources here that we can unfortunately sustain ourselves on. But nonetheless, try and have an optimistic outlook on things. Alrighty. On the Hyperion, we're going to have about 60,000 individuals that have been selected to make the voyage. And of those 60,000, we want to make sure that tight of a quarters, we want to make sure that everyone is in good health, that there's nothing communicable that's going to be an epidemic or a pandemic with such a small population in such a confined area. You understand, correct? Yeah. Okay. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to take a couple of different samples of your biological fluids. We're going to have ventilation chambers set up, so we want to make sure that your respiratory, your cardiovascular, reflex neurological, and lastly, psychological systems are all prepared for this next stage. I'm going to take a sterile swab and I'm going to scrape the inside of your cheeks here. If you don't mind opening up and going, ah. Okay, thank you. Do you mind coughing for me? Thank you. Ah. Okay. And lift up your tongue for me, please. Wonderful. Another swab. Do you mind looking up for me so that I can take a sample? I'm going to roll the swab around the inside of your nostril. Okay. This might tickle a little bit. One more time in the other nostril. Have you suffered from any kind of colds, any respiratory conditions in the last 6 months that you're aware of? Good. I'm going to take a little bit of the fluid coming out of your eyes. So I want you to look away or look up, whatever is most convenient. I'm going to move the cotton swab very delicately on your tear duct right here. Okay. And the other eye. Good. Okay. And for each of your ears. It's difficult sometimes to get samples from individuals that have such good hygiene with their ears. That's a good thing. It's a wonderful problem to have. Okay. So, here's eyes and mouth. I'm going to test your visual dilation, and this is also going to be an indicator of any kind of cranial problems or any kind of optical problems that you may incur. Just look straight forward at me, okay? Light. It's much weaker light. Your visual cortex looks to be in good condition. A little bit later on, before you leave here, I'm going to give you a cup. We're going to need a urine sample. Not right now, but that'll be something that before you go to the final stages of the examination and decontamination that they're going to want. Also, when you're in stasis, we want to make sure that you don't have anything that is actively in your digestive system. When was the last time that you had any solid foods? Good. We will be giving you intravenous supplements so that over the voyage, even though our metabolic systems are going to be very, very slow, we're still going to need some nutrition and nutrients during that phase. So that is going to all be taken care of, and we want to make sure that there's nothing that is in your digestive system right now that would be a potential, it could be infectious or anything that persistently ferments and whatnot in your digestive system. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's take a listen to you. I'm going to listen for any kind of indigestion, any kind of congestion, and your heart rate. Just go ahead and breathe normal for me at first, okay? Okay. Yeah, if you listen, you can hear some of the spaceships already starting to depart. Now I want you to take a deep breath in for me, and I want you to hold it, okay? Go ahead and breathe out. Do one more of those inhales. Wonderful. Your lungs sound great. From the front, I'm going to reach around here to your back. Just breathe normally for me at first. Okay, I'm going to move a little bit lower down your back. Take a deep breath in for me and hold it for a couple seconds. And exhale. Okay, do the same on the other side. Deep breath in for me. And exhale. Okay, sounds good. press on your clavicle area. I want to feel for your glands. I want to feel any kind of swelling or anything that you might be retaining fluid in your chest. Have you ever had any kind of inflammatory problems with your thyroid or your lymph glands or anything like that? I'm going to press relatively hard right here, okay? Okay, I'm going to push back on your shoulders, so I want you to just stay put, okay? Okay. Alright, I'm going to listen to your heartbeat, okay? How frequently do you exercise? Is it more of an aerobic exercise, or is it a more of a strenuous? Okay. Just breathe normally for me. Top chamber sounds good. Bottom right. Okay, very normal. Bottom left. Do you mind lifting up your arm just a little bit so I can tuck this under? Thank you. And just a little bit higher under the armpit here. Your last chamber. Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to lift up your shirt a little bit here. I want to just press down on your tummy, primarily along your large intestine here. I just want to make sure if there's any kind of indigestion that I can hear it, and that way we can take care of anything before you go and before you get set up for the long voyage, okay? Okay. So I'm going to be listening at the same time. I'm going to be deep depressions into your stomach. And let me know if there's any pain. When was the last time that you had a significant amount of hydration? Okay. That's one of the main things that we're going to be giving intravenously. So hydration, even though you might be thirsty right now, it's something that we're going to take care of and make sure that your body is well hydrated during the transfer. None of this hurts. That's good. And I'm going to take both of my fingertips, I'm going to press in on your liver. I want you to tell me if this feels painful to you at all, okay? Just going to rotate my fingertips a little bit here so I can feel for any mushiness. Oh, here on the sides. On your sides of your tummy here. Feels good? Excellent. going to check your glands another time here. And this is going to be in several of your areas here, so I'm going to feel for your face, your neck, your clavicle, underneath your armpits. Okay? Start with your nose here, underneath your eyes. Behind your ears. Go under your neck here, by your throat. More towards the front. I press in on your clavicle like this. Does this hurt? I'm going to have you lift up your left arm for me here. If I pinch this part right here, does this feel okay? Not really. No, that's actually good. It means that that nerve is actually reacting the way we want it to. Okay, we're going to do it with your right side. Again, this nerve right here. Okay. Alright. Glands, throat, armpits, and stomach area. Test for reflexes. Where's my reflex hammer? For joint and bone health, I'm going to test your shoulder, your elbow, your wrists, your knees, and your ankles, okay? Part of the supplements that we're going to be giving you are going to be a glucosamine and chondroitin. Go ahead and hold your arm out just slightly. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time with the dull end. And again on your other shoulder. Even though the artificial gravity on the Hyperion will be active for most of the voyage, most of the occupants in the cryo chambers are going to be on the main spinning portion of it. So we're going to simulate gravity while we're there, but we just want to make sure that your joints and your bone density are up to par so that if the SAM interface determines that you need more, or if you need more stimulation, more gravitational pull, just to keep your bone density, that it's all accommodated for. Elbows. Again with the blunt end. I'm going to place my fingertips over your top of the elbow here. Beautiful. Alright, again. I'm going to place my fingertips over the elbow. Okay. And now your wrists. Do you mind holding your hands out? Okay. I'm just going to be hitting the soft point right here. your wrist over. Okay. Yeah, it's not a very comfortable spot, I know. Other wrist. Flip your wrist. Please extend out your leg. You can take your knee. Your other leg. Okay, I'm going to reach down to your ankles here and do the same, okay? Yeah, you don't got to keep them straight. It's just the back side of your ankles. Normal. Wonderful on the reflexes there. We're going to be doing a bone density test, and this is going to send a response back to our computer, and the SAM will be able to make sure that your bone density is on par so that we can give you correct supplements if they're needed, okay? Place this on your shoulder. Okay, computer system is picking it up. Okay, I can see the readings on the screen. Okay. Well, the SAM is detecting that there's a little bit of a deficiency in your bone density, but that's nothing to worry about. We'll just give you a little bit of additional calcium supplement. We'll increase your gravitational field when you're in stasis so that that calcium will have a chance to chemically bond with the bones. Okay? We're going to do some on your forearms here. Okay. We're going to go for your knees here. Okay. Okay. That's nothing to be concerned about. The system is picking up that you have a little bit of a calcium deficiency. Like I said, it's something that we can be treating while you are in your stasis for 600 years. We'll make sure that you come back out with nice, dense bones. Okay. Reflexes. Bone density test. Before you go in for your testing, I'm going to give you some of the supplements here. And that way, you'll already be started in the process. So I want you to take 2 of these capsules right now. Thank you. Let me get you some water. Just a very minimal amount of water. so that we can get you hydrated enough, but not so much where it's going to be a problem for our system. Okay? Cheers. Okay. And before you get on the ship, I'm sure that they're going to also give you either intravenous supplement, or they're going to give you another oral supplement in the meantime. Okay. Yeah, once the Sam takes over, though, he's going to be administering all of your supplements and necessities, okay? Yeah, this is just for us right now. I'm going to check your scalp, and I want to see whether or not you have any kind of indications of skin problems, anything that might be communicable to other passengers. So I'm just going to comb through your hair here. Have you ever in your life had any kind of a fungal infection or a bacterial scalp infection like that? Okay. I don't see anything. Very clean scalp. Were you one of the participants that had volunteered to have the hair removal process before you go into cryo? It might not be that fashionable, but I definitely recommend it. Definitely helps spread the, or helps limit the spread of any kind of contagions, as well as maintenance. We have no idea where we're going to be landing, so we want to make sure that... Okay. Yeah, I'm told to encourage people to go through that process just for hygiene purposes, and also because we have no idea who we're going to be interacting with on the other side. Could be already races there that we don't know about. Who knows, maybe they don't even have hair. Wouldn't that be interesting? One other thing that they can do is, if you do opt for the hair removal process, they can give you keratin supplements afterwards, and that will help the hair process start to grow back. I actually went through it a couple of years ago before joining the Spectre program. And it takes about 3 months to get a decent amount of hair back, so it's nothing to be too terribly concerned with if you opt for it. No, I didn't make it to Spectre, but it was a very interesting study. Yeah. Commander Shepard was my hero. Okay. Do you have any other piercings or anything like that in your skin? Something that we should know about? No? Okay. Do you have any tattoos on your body? Okay. I am going to use some antibacterial ointment, and this is going to serve several functions. Primarily, we want to disinfect the skin and the topical areas before you go into the decontamination chamber. And this is going to take away a lot of the topical things that we're concerned with. Things that are easily communicable. Just going to slather you in this. It may seem a little bit chilly. Make sure I get a good amount in your ears. just going to use my thumb a little bit here to rub off some of the skin and exfoliate it a little bit. Try to be a little bit more vigorous here. Rigorous, I'm sorry. Especially in these little tiny curls of the ear, there's a lot of moisture that gets trapped in there, as well as any kind of product that you might use on your scalp or your skin, or just residual soap. And once this is all done, we're going to send you in for radiographs. And I might be the technician that takes you there as well. Maybe the other technician, however. Lexi. Yeah, she's an Asari. Very nice girl. We are primarily concerned with your upper areas here because most of our excretions and everything that's communicable is usually in our face, our head. So I'm going to give you a very quick rub down with this antibiotic antifungal on your neck. I'm going to reach around the back of your neck and make sure that we get all your your nose. It's kind of interesting to imagine if we run into a species and we make first contact with another species, what that means. We're the aliens. Do you have any other implants that are metallic? Anything that's going to show up on our radiographs? Okay. Just your neural implant? When was the last time that you had that maintained? Not that long ago? Okay. Did you get the latest firmware update? Okay. I think before you leave, what I'm going to instruct Sam to do is to make sure that you have the newest revision of that firmware. Do you know what version you have? Okay. Yeah, your implant will have a direct link to Sam throughout the entire voyage, so if there's any complications, either with the implant or with your biological systems, Sam will be alerted, and then there will be an active crew member that is awake at all times. It's going to be a rotational thing, but nonetheless, if you need maintenance, if you need to be brought out of stasis, someone will be able to do that. And the last portion, at least for this aspect, before you go in for your radiographs and decontamination, is going to be moisturization. This is just to keep your skin nice and supple, as well as circulated and hydrated while on the voyage. This is just going to be a conductive oil, so it is moisturizing, but it will also help us to install the receiving antennas for your implant and your manual connection. And the nodes are going to be placed on your temples and then on each side of your chest. Okay. Do you know where your implant is placed? Right here? Okay, that's where most of them are. Do you have any kind of optical implants? Okay. That's why your dilation was so nice. Have they been adjusted at all in the last year? Yeah, my rotational period when I come out of cryo will be for 25 years, and that will be in the year 324. Yeah. Perhaps I look forward to seeing you then. No, I'm just joking. I hope that you have a very easy commute. Guess this is where one of the nodes is going to be. The other node. And your chest areas. First node, if I can get it off. It's going to be right here. Let me see. Okay. Alright, the computer system is picking it up. Fantastic. For our secondary node. We're picking that up as well. Okay. Another node here on your chest. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. And our last node. I'm going to place it right here. Alright. Let's just double check and make sure that the SAM is able to pick up beautiful, picks up your heartbeat, your respiration. Gorgeous. Alrighty, I think that concludes at least this phase of it. Here is your cup. If you don't mind providing us a urine sample, and then we'll send you off to radiology, and then we'll take some radiographs as well as do the decontamination before you get ready for your slumber, okay? Alrighty, I'll see you in that next stage. Alright, see you shortly. Here's your cup.